we started that morning in camp, right?
Yeah. That morning camp, you guys had March in your company now.
Yes. Could you take us to the screen with all of our tokens?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Screen.
Let's see which fucking. I really gotta label these better. I can never fucking tell which one's which.
It's been like an hour labeling all your things.
No, because that'd be a waste. Because I just forget anyways. There.
All right, so it's not broken up, but we can still work with this. So we
I
had
gotta clean it up.
Oh wait, if you take us to the map we used.
The map.
Oh yeah. Okay,
so
now definitely gotta find out which one because there's two drawing slides.
Regardless, there we go, perfect. So we got to splitting up our party. No one person going alone, of course. We figured that the best way for us to make the most out of the day was to divide and conquer. Delvit did have a special request where he wanted to get to an artificer's workshop or something close. And upon asking March and Jurgen, what's his name? Yurnov. No, Iverson. There you go. Iverson. We found out that there was one in the Bounty Hunters outpost in town. So the team that went to that was, of course, Delvit using Silas's disguised self ring of spell storing to disguise himself as Varric. Alessander put on a sort of like monk's garb, like a missionary, Christian, like a missionary. Of course, Iverson can disguise himself on the fly as he wills it. And was it just us three? It was just us three.
Yeah.
And we stuck in town. In there, we actually saw Chaplain.
Give him an F.
What?
F. Oh, F.
Fabian.
Fabian, correct.
Yes. He was actually he was in town doing some business, but he didn't like point us out or anything. He definitely knew who we were. And we made our way to the outpost and spent the rest of our day there, basically. The other three teams that were all NPCs, we sent to town Yurnov, accompanying Kasai, Violet, and again, goddamn, it has been a long week, and to scope around town using Yurnov's sort of knowledge of the back alleys and back streets to go sort of undetected, hopefully. And of course, because I also had Pass Without Trace, so and into the sort of surrounding countryside, we sent Venson, Blair, Altani, and Tolis. Jesus Christ, I'm getting there.
You got this, buddy.
Of course, all the flat-footed people. Oh, I guess the Jar's there too.
Flat-footed.
All the heavily armored people were left to defend the camp. All the Chads,
all the Chads.
Oscar, Sajar, Hafren.
The strength builds.
Also.
Actually, all the strength builds, except maybe Oscar? I don't remember what Oscar's strength for Dex, maybe both.
And the rest of us went to the sort of lake area. Half of us went to scope around Rex's home. Is not a tower.
Yep.
And what did you find there, Morgan?
More or less, we just looked around, and everything was, how do you describe, like OCD levels of neat, tidy, and clean. I also rolled show investigation, so I didn't find super lot of details, but we kind of eventually pieced together that this place, the way I described it, feels more like a dollhouse more than somewhere that's lived in. Like, it has all the apparel of someone lives here, but none of the wear, none of the tear, none of the personality.
Roll me an investigation right now. I don't know if you guys need further proof against good old Captain Rex, but
let's get a little damnation in there.
Sure, why add another layer onto it?
I wouldn't have guidance, wouldn't have conscious influence,
deciphered journal.
but I will spend the Kensai die because it feels like something she would have done, especially since I have a +0 investigation. It's shockingly good.
Very good. There's going to be some compounding details that would spark this memory with Morgan in a short while, but it's something that catches your attention now. There were no mirrors in his house.
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Oh,
that
wow.
makes sense. Yeah, nothing to have.
I rolled it for Amber as well, and I did, yeah. Oh well.
Yeah.
These things happen.
I feel it would be a thing of would there be like, how do you put this, like markings on the wall of just like, oh, there was a nail holding up a mirror, but there's not a mirror there anymore, kind of thing.
Yep.
Okay, cool. We're gonna go with like she notices that later. Like the bathroom didn't have a mirror, and it's like, wait a second, there was definitely a mirror here before.
So that's something for your information later.
Two last details actually. Well, I guess three technically. They had some girl talk, and we're talking about Ajax. But that one's not the super important one. It's just kind of a fun little side note. It's just like, Ajax. I guess there's some information, but not super important. We found a picture that showed Svenja and her father fishing at a hut. There were other pictures. That's the important one, because of later. As well as Ajax, the person they were talking about, went outside and checked the traps, and all the traps that were around this place, none of them were on the main road or coming from town. They were all pointing towards the lake and I believe the forest.
Yep.
Yeah, and the traps were specifically not designed to kill, but to maim and basically reduce escapability. Cripple, that's the word I was fucking looking for. Yeah. Very important details. That'll come up later for reasons. I guess okay, small thing about the conversation with Ajax of Lizzie hammering into Amber like, you can just help people without getting something out of it. You can just do that. It's fine. And she's like, I don't wanna. That's a good visual representation. After that, they went towards the lake to group up with the other people that had gone to the lake, which I think we just met up with March and America, the ums.
Mm-hmm.
And then
Sloan.
Other stuff happened.
And Sloan. Yeah, don't forget Sloan.
Sloan. I did.
Yeah,
forget Sloan.
four
never
of us-
forget slow.
Four of us went to the lake together. Silas, Anushka, March, and America, along with Sloan. So 5 of us. I
forgot Sloan.
immediately forgot Sloan.
Sloan does not
gosh.
exist. Are they even on
you
the board
too.
right now?
She is.
Yeah.
She's
America's
on
shoulder.
America's shoulder, really tiny.
Silas holding the Zippo lighter, the flip lighter with a sort of compass engraved into it. Wanted to test and see, like, okay, where does this lead? Does it lead into the center of the lake? Does it lead past the lake? And they started going, following the coast, the bank, I guess, not the coast, south, with Anushka accompanying them. March stayed back with Marika, so she wasn't left alone while she was going to wade into the lake, doing this sort of lake dance where she was creating sort of a swirl in the water with her. What are her little friends called?
Tide and Torrent.
Tide and Torrent. As she was doing something that she sort of spoke to them about, involving the item she got from her aspirant path, where she needed the quote-unquote essence of water. So she was doing that for about an hour with Marsh just sitting on the coast, watching, or not watching. Who knows anymore? I think Sloan also did assist her, right?
Yep. Being a creature of nature. Maybe not primordial nature, like in this, but nature nonetheless.
Right. Regardless, she was successful. As she came out of the water, her 2 scimitars that she kept at her side were gone, empty sheaths hanging where they were. But instead, this item, which kind of shaped like a heart that she had from her aspirant path, became like a haft of a trident, the 2 scimitars becoming the 2, or bident, sorry. The two scimitars being the two prongs. So mission successful. And around
We
that
got like a
time,
nat 20, I think. So.
yeah,
Yeah, she fucking destroyed it.
40 something in the end.
Yeah.
Wow.
It feels good having 2d8 max roll, max d8s. It's almost like you're cheating.
We don't use that word here. Yeah, and it was around that time that the others were sort of coming up. March and Mirica did have a bit of a brief back and forth where she spotted something was wrong, but like a monk with evasion, he dodged the question, or dodged that line of dialogue. And yeah, we then ran south to rendezvous with the two little explorers. And how did we determine that we needed to get to the opposite end of the lake?
The painting, or drawing, rather. Senya's
Ah,
drawing.
right.
A combination of
Svenya's,
the
painting.
Scanning across the landscape.
Yeah, a combination of the drawing and the compass. The
Mhm.
compass pointing where the drawing should be. It's like, okay, we know there's something supposed to be there. So,
Yep.
this is important.
So Merica got into the water and summoned what, like a Leviathan, like a Hydra or something like that?
Technically, it's just Titan Torrent. So
Just a really
Like
big
they
Titan
peak.
torrent
Yeah, I think so.
to sort
it's
of.
very like a deeper connection to it because they're not technically in this war.
Mhm.
She's like a constant door for them. If that makes sense.
I see. But regardless, using them, we sort of got bored by them and got shot to the opposite end of the lake,
That's the way
the
to
western
describe it.
side. Assuming this is the
Yeah.
eastern side. And got looking using the compass. We followed it until it began to sort of like spin in place, which we determined probably meant we were standing over what we were being directed towards. So we started moving rocks and found a hatchway, which led into a sort of a secret, not really a bunker, I guess a bunker, like a basement in the grab basement, pretty much.
One small thing is Anushka, when she
Oh,
was
yeah,
shot
yeah.
across, had a little moment.
Oh yeah.
She
Oh,
learned
that's
how to
right.
swim.
She no longer is
Yeah, what
afraid of water and can in fact
Yeah,
swim now.
got over her phobia thanks to an ancient water snake. Teaching her how to evolve and swim.
I mean,
learned how to swim.
I imagine
Nice.
I
You don't know how to
know.
read.
They taught her how to doggy paddle or some shit. I don't know. Yeah, that's cool. She got over her phobia.
Reach and pull.
Mm-hmm.
Reach and pull. The hatch door was trapped, but we determined, yeah, this will only go off if we open the hatch. So we destroyed the hatch, and made a hole big enough for us to just climb on in. It appeared to be a shotgun trap that would shoot us in the legs or the gonads if you have those. Basically, it was meant to
Imagine
debilitate, not kill.
No
When we
testicles.
got in, we found a mostly empty basement bunker thing. There were some pickled preserves in there that were kind of
honey.
rank, some honey, yeah.
Mhm.
An empty library that March found, and a crime scene that the others found. It appeared to be a blood stain on the wall with 5 puncture like holes in the wall behind it, in the stone, or yeah, in the stone, which we determined to be sort of fingers, claws. So it appears the whisk was here.
Ah.
Oh yeah. While we're talking about whisk, I corrected your guys' notes. It's not whisk like the item whisk.
WISC.
Yes, it's an acronym for
Wolf
a
in
brief.
sheep's clothing.
Correct. not whisk like that.
Christ.
A really big whisk that used to fluff up icing with killed this man.
I mean, it's a blood and gore whisk.
Yummy. You make some blood pancakes with that. Anyways,
That blood stain was the only sign that someone had been hurt here, though we know he died. The rest was likely consumed by the whisk, so that it could use the victim in question as a disguise. Looking around the room, the only thing that appeared to be around here besides that was like broken furniture. Looking at the sort of furniture that was broken, it appeared that this was some kind of study. There was even like a cork board that was broken against the back wall. I don't think we determined anything immediately, but Amber try to trick Sajar, you might recognize, where she used the items in this room as witnesses to sort of give us a glimpse of what happened here.
She picked
Yeah.
up a trick.
From Acer, yeah.
Acer.
God,
Indeed.
witness it. You're some Phoenix Wright shit. Your
Yes.
Honor, I would like to bring a very key witness to the stand.
This
A
broken
truck.
bench! Mop.
This literal key.
um, key witness, god damn it. Yeah. And
Damn
when
it.
she did that, we saw a somewhat clear picture of what happened here. We saw a man we can presume to be Richter drinking from a small glass,
Like that one right there.
just like in that picture.
Yeah,
Thank
just
you.
like in that picture.
Looking either over his over a book or his corkboard, something like that. And we heard the hatch door open, which we didn't hear the shotgun go off when that happened. And we heard these sort of wet, sloshing footsteps approach this open door that we couldn't see through because whatever she was using as a witness couldn't see out there, obviously. And we saw the whisk in all its glory, a sort of skinless, almost humanoid shape with
Dog.
with a sort of dog-like maw face, wolf-like, one might say.
What?
A wolf in sheep's clothing or something. Wow.
And did they exchange words? I can't recall.
He talked
the
at
mouse
it.
was
He
talked
talked
at.
at it,
Yeah.
but didn't respond.
It never
Um,
said anything.
Never said anything. I don't think he said anything important, but it did attack him, and that was the last thing that we saw.
He did have this stuck out in my head. He did have a painting he took off the wall because he didn't want it to get destroyed, and it was of a castle.
Yes, a painting of a castle they took off the wall. That's right, and that was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, the room was effectively empty minus destroyed furniture. So
I remember that we did specifically, I think, confirm that the whisk did, in fact. I know we can infer it, but we did confirm that the whisk did, in fact, eat the corpse or whatever. Use the corpse.
Right.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
like
think we saw
faces
it
on
get
it or something, right?
yeah,
Swimming around.
which are
Ew,
kind of
unconscious.
sentient and know what's happening.
What?
Faces of those that had consumed.
What are you talking about? What?
I wish
Um,
I didn't know.
But regardless,
Regardless.
that fading away, just to put a cork in the recap bottle we have here. The compass lighter did bring us to a book that was hidden
Oh, right. In a
both
panel.
behind and in a brick in one of the walls. It was a ciphered journal of some kind, which upon presenting it to Lizzie, she said, "Yeah, I could totally correct that. It'd be easy. Child's play." So yeah, right now I believe she has the book and Sal has the lighter.
Hell yeah.
And I think that means that we're done here. Anushka and March did also go into that empty library and literally throw every bookshelf onto the
Mhm.
ground. And we determined, yes, there's nothing in here. Well done.
Yeah. Yes, we did well. We did well.
So the very watered down version is we found some sus locations that incriminated Rex, what's his name, yeah? The guard captain?
Yeah.
Yes.
And we
Ooh.
suspect that he is the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Yes.
Which makes
Okay.
sense because of his and Svenja's interactions.
Mm-hmm.
There was some talk about our next plans, as we want to deal with the whisk before it's too late, which is in like a day and a half's time, or however many days until the farmers market.
2 days
the
and a
different-
night.
2 days and a night, right? I have that written down somewhere. I'm just not looking at my notes. But there were a couple different avenues, as we know now that the whisk is probably going to be hiding in town, where we're technically not allowed.
Mhm.
And I think we had come to a conclusion about which way we were thinking about doing it, handling the situation.
Right. So we have this book here, and we've scouted this place top to bottom, presumably. I think our mission is done. We should probably return to camp and reconvene with the others and wait for them to finish theirs.
Sure.
Because for this we have to coordinate.
Yeah, there's a lot of information that we kind of know out of game that our characters don't know
Mhm.
yet.
Yeah.
And we'll get there.
So I guess that means that us 8 are going back to camp. Nine.
he did it!
Are you doing that on purpose?
Lonely guy.
No,
Oh,
his
wow.
brain is off.
Oh.
It's because she's a
4.
part of me, you know. She's as much part as I am.
Uh-huh.
He's Lily, what the fuck?
Yeah.
God, you stud
Get
me
off.
from one time and suddenly you're the same person. Okay.
So, a small
Yes.
before we head back to camp, do we want to short rest here? Just to get a couple resources back in case something happens on the way over.
What?
What?
I
Oh.
this whole place is giving me the no likey.
Yeah.
Nothing's
Wanna
gonna
short
happen
rest
on the
here?
way. Nothing's
It'll
gonna
be
happen
fine. Nothing will...
Missing,
I already had my short rest. I'm okay.
I'm missing 1 HP.
From
I
from
have
what?
one
Oh,
temporary HP, and I don't know
Yeah.
why.
Would you
That's
take
right.
damage from?
That
I'm-
morning we all took psychic damage
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
brain
yeah.
blast.
because
important
I'm still
that.
missing from that as well.
yeah, because
Doctor?
during the watch, Alexander had seen Delvit sort of tossing and turning, and in the morning, he asked about it, and Delvit told us about a dream he had, and we all took psychic
What an
damage.
asshole.
We were all
I know,
listening
right?
to-
So just,
You
you just-
all-
you just don't think about others.
I mean, at least you didn't take a twisted awakening.
Cool.
Yeah, you guys did take some psychic damage. You guys were elucidated, but more importantly, you guys now have a diegetic connection to your fellow companymen.
a bond that allows us to
Which-
control them in combat.
That's basically it. So what will happen is I will still be playing them, but you'll be playing them in the
Oh,
sense
right.
of you are
Punchy,
I will probably happen. Don't quote me on it though. I'll probably give you objectives as them,
Sure.
right? So like America's will probably be super easy. Protect everyone, right? It's a very broad objective, and I'm like, you have their sheet. Execute
what you
objective
can.
how you see fit.
I understand
Right.
the mission.
There will probably be some where I don't give objectives because that's just maybe the sort of person they are. Like they're a very free-form sort of
Yeah.
person, so therefore they have a very free-form objective, which is say
Like-
they don't have a main one.
I imagine if a fight pops off, Zal's is go fucking ham in most cases.
Zal's is get in there, punch everything, do maximum amount of damage as possible.
There you go.
Vasa will probably be a bit more tactical, which is I think true to
Right.
his character, especially now that you guys, especially since you guys voted for him as a Bravo team leader. Been trying to
Vaso!
incorporate that in.
The
More and
entire
more.
time he's just been like, I don't want to do this. It's like, tough. We think you're good.
That's the best sort of leader, I would say.
I agree.
And then obviously certain NPCs, particularly the exemplars, I won't give control over. I don't know if
Like
if
Abigail.
you guys have the cheekiness of Amber to be as like absolutely tenacious and not cheating, because that makes it sound like it's there's some sort of fairness on the field. No, it's not cheating. It's winning.
Since we're mentioning Amber and people sleeping, she woke when we saw her. She was not exhausted mechanically, but she was definitely exhausted in appearance. Did that have to do with the crazy guy that was in her head? Who knows? Probably, almost sure that
Yeah,
it was
you
that.
got to see
Anyways.
Yeah,
said
no, it
crazy guy.
did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you guys got to see crazy guy.
Yeah,
He's not crazy.
oh, yeah,
He's just
probably.
passionate.
He's like,
Yeah.
One word for it.
I wanted to talk to her about that, but I also felt like in the house of a crazy murder. I was gonna say guy
Yes.
thing. I don't know.
Kinda
I didn't feel it was a
cute.
good time.
There he is.
Look at this lad. Look at this twink.
All right, now hear me out, guys. Hear me out.
No, I'm not going to actually. Get rid of the token.
Oh
face.
no, he's hot.
Oh no!
I mean, it's fine. You could
he
fix him.
definitely looks like he's got all this
I
shit
can
together.
fix him.
Fix him.
Technically, that is an option on the table as part of the quest line. You can fix them.
Oh, whoops.
Ugh.
Hold on a second. No, these are.
Oops, a daisy.
Are we trying to make him into like Nidalee from League or something? What are we talking here? What are you doing? What are you drawing? What are these?
He's blushing.
Oh, yeah, you're putting ooh,
I'm
blushy.
blushing.
Oh, they're not color though.
Oh, yeah, that should be pink. You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, guys, we can fix him.
You can, yeah, that
Can
is an
we?
option. That is
We can
indeed an
fix him.
option on the table.
I mean, I have
Well,
trouble with like
the
a
one-
dozen other people. We're fine. We don't need
The
more.
one in Amber's head, you cannot fix him. The one that walks around the world, you can fix him. Bit different.
We have enough bullshit going on. We're fine. We don't need to fix another one.
I think it's fine.
No, hear me out.
Add it to the fucking title.
If you could place who he is, I would simultaneously be surprised and not surprised.
My husband.
I think only like 3 of you would have known who it could be. Yeah, 3 of you. So
Mm, 3 of us. So, second campaign, or yeah, that would make
Technically.
sense.
maybe not.
So
Technically
first or
yes, but not really.
second-ish?
No. He's technically beyond the campaign.
Oh,
He's-
never mind.
He's technically beyond the campaigns. He was in a one-shot.
Oh.
Oh,
Giant TJ stare.
Is he the
Ambrose?
psychopath that you played in Garth's one shot?
Correct. This is Ambrose.
Yeah,
Oh!
Yeah,
Is that
I
Oh!
don't know what the fuck happened to my voice there, but
Let's see.
yeah,
What was his bardic inspiration before the final fight? We will win, I swear to God, or I'll wear your face. Yeah, something like that. He ditched all of you to escape because he's evil. Let's go.
Yeah, I remember, because I gave you that potion that you immediately used to escape, and I was
Yep.
like, you fucking bastard!
Yeah, he's evil. He's evil. I don't know what you're expecting.
Ow! Should have known better.
I
I'm
feel
surprised you picked
bad
it.
about that looking back on it because like Kirsty, you and Rebecca were both playing like kind of semi-honorable characters, and then you were stuck with a bunch of assholes
Yeah.
that were going to sell you out, and you two were the ones who fucking died in the end.
See, I hadn't been corrupted
people-
yet. I was still a little innocent girl who didn't know
Good-
any better.
And
Now
then
you're
you
an
betrayed
innocent
everyone.
robot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, speaking of good people dying unnecessarily, let's get into it, shall we?
Hell yeah.
Let's not do
So-
that, maybe.
It's already happened, you silly billy. So, yeah, let's choose the music. So much as I love this music, I don't think it's fitting. We'll put
It's like how
Karen
much I
Hunger
love
music
the
back
term
on.
Silly Billy. I don't know why. It's just.
It's from. I got it from Adventure Bros. From the
It's the way
Yeah.
he
Dr.
says
Killinger.
I know, it's just Silly Billy.
It's because the fucking Arcanist, I don't remember his name, is trying to read his mind. He's like, "You cannot read my mind. Stop that, you silly Billy." And then he like fucking pops his brain and gets a nosebleed and falls on the ground. And then he's just like, "You have 24 hours to evict or to leave the premise because they're evicting him." So not only did he get a brain aneurysm, he also is getting evicted. So that's pretty funny. Anyways,
That's the
they don't
funniest
make
shit I've
those
ever
shows like
heard.
they used to. No, Rick and Morty doesn't count. Trash. Let's see what to play. something calm, somber. I don't know.
Oh, fucking Morty.
Oh, let me just scroll up and see what we played last time. Oh, of course, we played Armor Core 6 Connective View Symphony of Arrangement. That's what we're listening. Oh, we're listening to the Gathering of Deer. That's fair. Right. Yeah, that's sort of fitting. Gathering of Deer. You guys are gathered.
Dear prey.
Oh, I'm so happy that you were all thinking the same thing, Nina. I appreciate.
Yeah,
I appreciate
we
you.
were.
I appreciate.
Aw.
So yeah, you guys take your short rest. Again, it's a mere 10 minutes or so. It's a you guys by this point the journal has already been deciphered. Would you guys want to crack into it here while you guys are on your short rest? This
I
is
don't think of a better time.
it's simultaneously one of the safest places and the least safest place. Because like you're at a murder scene, but also it's a murder scene from like 7 years ago.
That has been
So
untouched
probably-
since.
No.
Yeah, so it's like
So what's the
are the
chances he's gonna come
chances?
here right now?
Yeah.
what are the
Silas's
two
vote-
secret doors of this car?
Silas's vote is to dig into it. They really want to know.
I
Yeah,
think that's
yeah.
a good
I
call.
kind of want to know as well.
The sooner
Okay.
we know the information, the sooner we can disperse the information.
Okay,
Also, as a
let me
small
just
side note, do we want to use idyllic respite by chance?
once you use it, you can't use it again.
For
the
yeah,
rest of
till
the
next
day.
long rest.
For the rest, is it day or long rest?
Long rest.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's like
Keep in mind these
I don't know
benefits
if we're having
only
a
last.
boss fight today.
These benefits only last 30 minutes.
True.
And it's going to take us longer than that to get back to
Mhm.
everyone. And I don't think we have a whole lot of... Other than the forest in between the camp and the lake, I don't think we have a whole lot of distance to cover. Where we could be, like, ambushed or anything. So...
Yeah.
I just don't trust it.
Unless the deers want to start, like, jumping out at us again.
Okay, well,
If another one
that
happens,
could
I'm killing
happen. Because...
I love that.
We're
We
just
watched
going to
a
deer's
deer
neck.
jump in front of the party when they were traveling to the lake, and everyone got skittish. More so than